Yeah, I told her. She said she was able to take it. How y'all doing? Good? You guys having a good day? Hey, can I ask you guys a question? You guys got time? Yo, you see what's going on around here, right? A bunch of stuff is going on. And, you know, America's in a downslide right now, right? You see a lot of, you know, police brutality and everything like that. How do y'all feel about the police brutality that's going on in this country? You hate it? Yeah, man, it's hurting the community and stuff like that. But what are y'all doing? Like, what are you or what are your community doing to bring awareness to something like that? Are you guys Asian? You're Asian. You're not. What are you? Cambodian?
I'm Chinese.
Chinese. All right. So do you know anything of the Chinese or protesting with the so-called black and Hispanics about the oppression that's going on in this world? Are they? All right. Because basically we're trying to bring awareness, you know what I'm saying, to the slavery of the Hispanics, the black and Native Americans of this world. And you know, we see a lot of Asian people walk out here. We see Black Lives Matter, but we don't see no Asian people involved in it. So I wanted to ask you how you felt about it. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a second question. How do you feel about the oppression going on in the Asian community in California? So that's not okay. But you're ignorant about the so-called black and Americans being hurt every day. But yet, when your people get hurt, right, you feel some type of way. You see what I'm saying? When the so-called black people get hurt, the Hispanics are right with them because we're in the same ghettos. See what the issue is? So now we have a problem with the Chinese community out there in California. You know, we have an uproar of the Asian community, but where was the Asian community when our people were getting killed for hundreds and hundreds of years? See what I'm saying? How can we have sympathy for the Chinese man over there in California when we can't even get sympathies down the street? See what I'm saying? Y'all don't acknowledge us at all.
Well, if we're going to go back to the beginning, who gave the metal and the gunpowder?
That's right. See what I'm saying?
Let me say something. Now, do you believe in the Bible? Do you know that the Bible talks about Asians?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Let me read the scripture then. Give me 2nd Ezra 15 and 46.
I got it.
Right, so the Bible talks about all people, and this is why we out here. And the Bible talks explicitly and names the Asians, right? Because y'all are partaker in this society, right? Just like you said, it don't affect you, you don't care, right? And that's beautiful because that's the attitude that it says that y'all would have in the scripture, right? Because y'all are greedy, selfish people. Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 46. It says, "For strangers shall reap their fruits."
No, 2nd Ezra 15 and 46.
All right, I got it. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 46. "And thou, Asia, that art partakers of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person."
Hold on right there. So thou Asia, right? You just said you was Asian. That are partakers in the hope of Babylon. And America is Babylon in the Bible. Right. So you are partakers in this place, right? Y'all hope everything goes well here. Because y'all are partakers in the hope of Babylon. And Babylon goes back to the so-called white man, right? So the Asian man and the white man are together.
That's right.
And this is what the Bible says. And this is what the world shows us, right? So this is how we know these things to be true, right? So keep reading.
"And thou, Asia, that art partakers of the hope of Babylon, and the art the glory of her person."
Hold on right there. So it also says, "And art the glory of thy person," right? So the glory of Babylon is all the things that she has, right? So this is why all these things are made in China. You see, y'all are the glory of a person. All these clothes are made in China, right? All these trinkets and everything that makes the white man look so good. Y'all the ones that made it. You see, so y'all are partakers, and y'all are the glory of her person. That's what that's saying. Go ahead.
Verse 47 says, "Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her."
So woe is destruction. So when this destruction comes to America, because the so-called white man Babylon is going to pay.
Right.
So woe is coming to you also, right? Because you are partaking in this, right? So this is why these things are starting to happen to y'all, Because judgment is coming down on America as well.
That's right.
So when judgment comes down on America, it's going to trickle down to you because y'all are holding hand in hand with them.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
And has decked thy daughters in whoredom.
It has decked your own daughters in whoredom. Now, 200 years ago, the Chinese man and woman was running around in the Komodo and all that, right? Now they sitting up here with a suit and tie, right? Their daughter got on spandex, right? She's selling herself in these massage parlors, right? So now y'all have decked your own daughter in whoredom,
That's right.
For money, right? And this is what the white man is all about. Babylon is all about money. That's why you don't care about nothing if it don't affect you, right? Because all you care about is how you gonna make your next dollar, right? So y'all are partakers, and y'all have decked your own daughters in whoredom, right? So destruction is coming to you.
That's right. So like, if I may add, right, that's what you see, like the brother just said. You know, we've been going through a lot, man. None of y'all even raise a finger to help us. So now that you're being attacked, you're going to the white man to help you. See what I'm saying? That's why you got attacked in the first place, because y'all was never with us.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
That they might please and glory in thy lovers, which
Right. Go ahead.
which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee.
Right. So the so-called white man, he always wanted to commit whoredom with y'all woman.
That's right.
Right. And y'all are all doing this because y'all have the same mindset, right? And you want to please the white man because really you scared of the white man.
That's right.
Right, because he went there and he bombed y'all to smithereens, the Japanese, right? But they still love that man, right? But they hate the children of Israel, right? Go ahead.
That's the same thing, right? So-called Asian community attack, right? People are proud what they did by the so-called white men. The last 2 years, they want to make the black men the face of the attacking them.
Right.
It's like you see all the Asian communities, or the black communities, Chinese communities come together, right? But where was you when the so-called white man was attacking you? Now we making the face of us attacking you guys.
Right, and this is the same trick that the so-called white man used. That's the sympathy card. Now y'all want to pull.
That's right.
Like we should sympathize for y'all when y'all sitting up here, y'all are hand in hand with the white man destroying the nation of Israel.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 48. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore,
So you have followed those who was hated in all their works and their inventions, right? This is why y'all over here trying to steal all the patents and everything from the so-called white man. Because the white man, he invented and you make it, right? But the white man is hated by the Lord, right? The white man's name is Esau Edom, and God hate him according to this Bible. But he used this Bible against us, right? So you are joined on to those that is hated. Read that back again.
verse 48. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, says Yahawah, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste out thy houses with destruction and death.
So this is what's going to happen. And the Wuhan is just the beginning of that. That's pestilence. Right? That's the plague that they was talking about. So this is just the beginning. Right? This whole society is going to crumble because of what they done to the children of Israel. Right? But you don't believe in the Bible. Right? But it don't matter. Because the realm that you were based in is based on this Bible. And you didn't even know that it talked about Asians in here. Right? That's why the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth.
That's right.
Right? You could probably read a coding manual from the front to the back and know every damn thing that's in there. But all that is folly in the eyes of the Lord.
Right.
See, all this is going to get wiped out.
That's right.
You see? And y'all going to be destroyed right along with it because y'all are the partakers of this so-called white man who God hates.
That's right. It's like, if I may add, bro, like I asked you earlier, you know what I'm saying, what are you doing for the black community? You said nothing, right? How you feel about it? You don't feel a thing. When I spoke about the Asians, you stood up for your people. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. But you see, we will never be the same. We will never be on the same page. Nor we will ever protect you or care about your community. So don't try to get sympathy from us as far as what's going on in California. We wish death on this country and its allies. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, your people will soon go into slavery as well. for going hand in hand with the people who actually put us into slavery. See what I'm saying?
And this is what we wanted to share with you, because you know a lot of y'all just don't care, right? So maybe this will wake you up to show you that you know we're not just out here spouting off. We know exactly what we're talking about. The so-called white man frames us to look like petulant children, silly little guys. We don't know what the hell's going on.
That's right.
But we men out here,
That's right.
and we know exactly what's going on. And this white man, he can start all the propaganda that he wants, right? So when we can get back in order, this thing is finished.
That's right.
And this is what you're saying, right? We the ones that fight the white man's war.
That's right.
He wouldn't have won nothing without us.
Right.
Right? But now when we don't fight for his ass, he's finished. And so are y'all, right? The scriptures say that the Lord is going to cut off the corners of Babylon. But you know what that corner represents? When you got a cake, right? You always want that corner piece, right? That's the best piece, the corner, right? Let me get the corner, bro.
Right.
That should be the most cooked, it had the most front, all that. So the Lord is going to cut off the corners of y'all, which are the best parts. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 24, verse 17. I shall see, but not now. I shall behold him, but not now. There shall come a star of Jacob, and a set shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab.
Right. So y'all are the Moabites, according to the Bible. Right? The Moabites are the children of Lot. Right? And the reason that we know that is because Lot's daughters slept with their fathers. Right? So they are the product of incest. See, and one of the characteristics of incest is mongoloidism. You know what mongoloidism is called today? Down syndrome. You see, and these are the reasons why you have the features that you have. You see, and now if you look up mongoloidism, you'll see that. And if you look up a Down syndrome child, can somebody look that up for me, Down syndrome? And look it up, and they have the same features as the Chinese. Go ahead, brother.
When the so-called one, it came with Caucasoids, Mongoloids. What's the other one?
Caucasoids, Mongoloids. Right, you see? So, you know.
It's like, they were partakers in that too. They accept what the so-called white man said.
Right.
When it comes to Caucasoids, Mongoloids, they're the first one that say, science, that's true.
Right, right. Quickly flee. Right? That's how we know. He don't care about us. Right? But we glad the Lord had him sit there so we can edify y'all.
Right.
Right? Because we were just talking about the Chinese man.
That's right.
Right.
No, it's Salakia, man. You know, besides Esau, you know what I mean? Moab's not allowed in the congregation at all. They're atheists, you know what I'm saying? They don't believe in God, nothing like that. They're not.
Allah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
And that's why the Most High, you know what I mean, ain't dealing with Moab, man. They're not even supposed to be here, man. They're incest babies.
Right.
This is what the Lord says about Moab. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 60, verse 8. It says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. And then in the blue letter, when you look up washpot, washpot means it means pot, household utensils. So if Moab is the Lord's washpot, right? We'll read it again. Moab is my washpot.
Right, so the Chinese man, he gonna be washing clothes.
Right.
This is why the Lord got him with all these dry cleaners and all that.
That's
Right.
right.
And cleaning feet and cutting nails and all that.
Different
So
services.
he gonna be beautiful in his job by the time he get to us.
Getting his
Perfecting
practice
his
in
craft.
now. Yeah. All right.
By the time we get him.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
So, I was just trying to say that washpot means a utensil. And what do you use a utensil for? What's a utensil? A tool.
Right.
You understand? So at the end of the day, Moab, you aged, you're gonna be a slave.
That's right.
That's your prophecy. You know what I'm saying? For going hand in hand with the so-called white man, which are the Edomites.
That's right.
That's why you guys are out here and you guys are flourishing with the so-called white man. You have your own, mostly in every part, in every state in the United States, you have your own Chinatown.
That's
Right. You understand? What do we have? We have nothing. We have no. When they try to do Black Wall Street, we got bombed.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And we know why it happened because we under the curses.
That's right.
So we're not going against it. But we're just saying that the so-called black man and the Latino and Native American, the scripture says this is not our rest.
That's right.
You understand? So that's why we're not flourishing in this land, and we don't want to flourish in this land.
That's right.
Because we want the destruction to come to America.
That's right.
Now you can ask Western Native American town, right? Like it's supposed to be, right? Or in the biggest place. That's their place.
Yeah.
Okay, that's their land.
Yeah.
What does the Native American knows where it's placed at in America, right? Every place they get, the so-called white men move them. Esau move them all over the place.
That's right.
They say, oh, we're gonna give you this land, and that land was beautiful. So-called white, nah.
Yeah.
We got to give you something else. Now they have the dirtiest, the dumbest place you can ever find. Now the Native American are drinking themselves to death.
That's right.
Because the so-called white man put them in the worst condition, put them in the ghetto. The ghettos. It's the same thing as the so-called Latinos. When they settle in Los Angeles, right? What this place called? Los Angeles, right? Who they take it from? So-called Latinos. That's where they take it from. Who live there now? 80% of the population is so-called white men.
That's right.
Can I bring out we talk about Ammon and Moab?
Go ahead.
Okay, Ammon, a people. Ammon or Ben-Amin is the name of one of the sons of Lot born to him by his youngest daughter in the neighborhood of Zoar. Genesis 19 and 38.
They slept with him, man. They slept with him, and that was the result. These cheeky-eyed dudes, these people, you know what I mean? And it's not a coincidence neither, too, right? Where I read in the internet that their top category when it comes to pornography is incest. You know what I'm saying? In China, man.
Wow.
The other one, Moab.
Wow.
Moab, meaning seed. Grandson of Lot by incest with his elder daughter.
There you go. They slept with their pop because they thought that the men were going to come back to Sodom. They over there being sodomites. You know what I mean? Yep. They slept with their pop. Both got pregnant. And now you see how they go in judgment.
I got a scripture. Go ahead. Because everybody that is not an Israelite, you're a heathen.
Right.
You understand? Right. And obviously you have your nationality, but in simple terms, you're a heathen.
Right.
And this is your judgment. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 59, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says,
Let it fly.
it says, but thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathens in derision.
That's right.
Because of his strength will I wait upon thee, for Yahawah is my defense. The God of my mercy shall prevent me. Yahawah shall let me see my desires upon my enemies.
Right.
And you brothers talk, because I was having a conversation with these brothers regarding all that, how they got to this. You brothers telling them that, you know, they probably felt a certain way, even though we don't care, you know, it is what it is, that's the truth. But we telling them how they came to be, and they went off, you know, salty. Yet, you never seen them before this time speaking to us about, hey, yo, you know what, you guys got it bad, or you know what, you guys are in the ghettos, and knowing this information. Because them little Chinese niggas is smart. They know what's up. You know what I mean? As far as history of the United States and all that, how they was treated over here, who else was treated like them out here when they was building the railroad and all that. Jakes, man. So they know what's up.
Yo, they probably walked away talking about these damn niggas think they better than us.
Right, but really, we show them mercy right there by even telling them who they are. Right. They wouldn't tell us who we are.
That's
right.
Right, so that shows the fairness of us. And how we ain't going, we deal fairly in all our affairs.
Right.
Right, we had mercy and told that man who he was and showed him in the Bible.
And just what the brother just read right there about the Lord putting our spirits on like that to be in front of these our enemies and calling it how it is. Even if they don't like it.
We saw Solomon 5:1.
All right, can I get a scripture real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
Right. This is the book of Psalms 83 and 2. Let's start at 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Hey, and if I may, right, they hate him and they took crafty counsel against him because they hate us too.
Right.
If they knew back then more than what they know now, because everybody's dumbed down somehow nowadays, right? But they knew back then, yo, that guy, that Yahawah, you know, because they was always terrified. That's their peoples, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they had to take crafty counsel because they hate him. They're gonna hate the people, the only people that he protects. That's right. You know what I mean?
Right. Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Somebody, they cut us from being a nation, right? The same thing with what happened to them, with the tribes they're coming out with the valleys that's coming out with. They know what's up. It's there playing together, whatever. Right. They act like they're fighting and everything like that, but under the belly, they know what's going on. They're togetherness. Okay? Like the scripture said, the partakers, right? Right. The partakers of the glory of Babylon. Okay?
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
Their hand is soaked in blood too.
Right. Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They cut us off from being a nation.
Right.
Who was building those boats to take us across the Atlantic, okay?
Right.
To take us into slavery. Not just us, the Native Americans too. It was the so-called Chinese man, Moabite, that was building the ships, and the Arabs together that was building the ships.
Right.
Go ahead.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have, 5th verse. For they have consulted together with one consent.
With one consent, that means that one consent, that means like they were just like we want to be the perfect like as Yahawashi.
They agree.
They agree together, right?
Right.
Just like we want to agree with our power, they agree with themselves.
Right.
Go ahead.
They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
Who?
The tabernacles of Edom.
The first name is Edom. Who's Edom? The so-called white man.
That's right.
Right?
And the Ishmaelites.
The so-called Arab man.
Yep. Of Moab.
The Chinese man.
Right. And the Hagarenes. Gabal and Ammon.
Ammon, the so-called Japanese man.
Yep. And Amalek.
Amalek, the so-called Jewish man. They all come together to put on slavery.
Gabal and the Hagarenes goes into some of the African nations, just for edification.
Yep, as well as the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre.
Because the Philistines are Canaanites, you know.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is the book of John, Salaki, the book of John, chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Verse 19, it says, if ye were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
Right.
But this world hit Yahawah first.
Right.
So if they hit Yahawah, they're going to hit us.
That's right.
So they're going to come in one accord to destroy us.
That's right.
So look, just because they say hi to you, then they say school as you, they say same job as you, it doesn't make them your friend.
That's right.
Because when they're sitting in their round table, they're talking bad against you.
That's right.
They're calling the so-called Edomites, so-called white men, to talk about you. They're sitting in the G7 to make plans against you.